Namaste Sashakal everyone. I hope you are doing well and welcome back to another video. So today is 5th of June 2022 and today is World's Environmental Day. So a very happy World Environmental Day to each and everyone. So this year's World Environmental Day theme is Only One Earth and the host country is Sweden. So this year it is focusing on living sustainably in harmony with nature. So it observes at a time when the planet Earth is facing multiple crises, from climate change to biodiversity loss and increase in carbon emission, which is a very big concern. Today's video has been divided into two parts. In the first part, we are going to see the main reason of climate change. Why is climate change happening? We are going to see the main reason of climate change. And in the second part, we are going to see if the people are aware of climate change. And trust me, while I was asking random people only two questions that we are going to see at the end of the video, people really know a lot about climate change. But the thing is that we know everything about climate change, we know what is going on in our environment, but we are taking it very lightly, which is a problem. So first, let's see the main reason of climate change, and then I'm going to meet you again.
What is climate change? What is the main reason? What is the problem? And what is the solution of climate change? So here is the earth and it has a greenhouse effect, and if you don't know what is greenhouse effect, it is a naturally occurring effect that maintains the earth temperature. It has gases like CO2, CH4, nitrous oxide, etc. So, how is the greenhouse effect related to climate change? The sunlight passes through the greenhouse effect to enter the earth, and the greenhouse effect only gives a proper amount of sunlight to get into the earth, and the rest of it is reflected back or absorbed. By this, it helps in maintaining the temperature of the earth. So now the main point. What's the problem in it? Fossil fuel. The use of fossil fuel increased after the Industrial Revolution. As it was cheap and affordable, the burning of fossil fuel released CO2, that's carbon dioxide, and in due course of time this carbon dioxide CO2 has set in the greenhouse effect and has increased. There are many more gases, but CO2 is the main. So where there is an increase of CO2 in the greenhouse effect, it becomes difficult for the greenhouse effect to maintain the earth temperature, as it is unable to reflect or absorb the extra sunlight, and in result a large amount of sunlight larger than the required enter the earth, and the temperature is increased, and it leads to climate change. Earth's climate has changed through the history, alternating between ice age and warmer period. But after the Industrial Revolution, the earth temperature has risen rapidly. So, what is the solution? Alternative source of fossil fuel like solar energy, wind energy, hydroelectric energy, but this type of energy is expensive and we need more investment to perform them. Growing trees, it is the most effective and easiest form, because let's go a little back in the video. So, the increase of CO2 and other gases in the greenhouse effect leads to climate change and rise in temperature. So, only two things can be done. First, stop the emission of CO2, or second is bring back the excess CO2 from the greenhouse effect. To bring back the excess CO2 from the greenhouse effect back to the earth, the most effective and easiest way is to plant trees. So now we are currently focusing on how to bring back the excess CO2 back to the earth. So here trees play a very important role, and that's why it is important to plant trees. So some other solutions are reducing greenhouse emission from industries and investing in a greener and renewable form of technology, investing in efficient form of agriculture. These are higher scale of changes and solutions. Now we are going to see what we can do at our own homes. So here are some homely solutions and changes. Recycling, composting, eating more veggies, reducing meat products, saving electricity, buying long lasting and reusable things. Bhutan is the world's most carbon negative country. Costa Rica has achieved 99% renewable energy. Sweden has reduced its greenhouse emission by more than 30% from 1990 to 2020. Japan says to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2050. Denmark pledged to cut emissions even further, 70% by 2030 compared to 1990 level. India has also said that the country will achieve the target of net zero emission by the year 2070. Changes are taking place, initiative and actions are taken up. Just we need to work together, because if we humans are the reason, we humans can be the change too.